right, let's focus on that big story that's from West Bengal, the fallout really that continues from the Sarda chit fund, where the Governor MK Narayanan has now called for a special session of the Assembly next week, beginning the 29th of April.
Well, Speaker Biman Banerjee, in fact, has called an all-party meeting later this afternoon to discuss the special session, but the Trinamool Congress wants the West Bengal Protection of Depositors' Interest in Financial Institution Bill to be returned by the centre so that it can be strengthened further, and hopes that the bill will be returned by this evening itself. Meanwhile, sources have indicated to CNN that the Finance Ministry and the Ministry of Corporate Affairs will also brainstorm to discuss the course of action on chit fund operations across the country. Priyanka Gupta joining us on the phone line. Priyanka, facing that kind of political heat and public pressure, the Trinamool Congress really on an overdrive, saying that they are going to lose no time in making sure that something like this is not repeated.
Absolutely, again, this has to be done. Given the huge face loss of the Trinamool Congress in the light of the scam, this multi-crore scam that is in the state, not just Bengal, but also repercussions in Assam and other neighboring states, Mamata Banerjee has to be seen to act. The first was a very controversial decision when following her own populist move, she decided to come up with a relief fund of 500 crores, tax the common man getting 150 crores from that, and then of course a special session has been called by the governor on 29th of April. We did try to speak to the leader of opposition, Shujjakanta Mishra, about the import of the session and how what is their stand going to be. Shujjakanta Mishra said that it is unconstitutional, the fact that no special session can be called, but they have no problem with the session being called, even though it's unconstitutional. But they will see the new bill that the government is trying to bring up, and whether or not it is actually stringent. They have to explain really the lapse and also the time lapse of this particular bill. Remember, this bill has been hanging fire for the last 10 years. So there has to be an explanation from both the parties, be the left or the Trinamool Congress, as to why exactly they took so long, and why did the centre took so long to give their recommendations, and why did the presidential asset also take so long. So finally, some kind of action has been taken on that front. This particular bill is very, very important because the absence of the bill created the loopholes which helps these chit fund companies, these collective investment scheme companies, operate with such impunity in the state. So hopefully in this session there will be a stringent bill that will be passed unanimously, and then of course the other depositors and their interests might be safeguarded.
Priyanka, thanks for